Rules for this chapter. Rule 12. Protect your energy. Guard your mind, body, and spirit. The discipline of sustainable power. Rule stated. Your most valuable asset is not your beauty, your network, or your current income. It is your energy. Once that collapses, everything else becomes harder to protect. Elite case example. A highly sought-after consultant in New York began turning down 1 out of every 3 opportunities, blocked 1 full day each week for restoration, and stopped allowing emotionally chaotic people direct access to her. Within 6 months, her income increased, her stress dropped, and her standards became easier to enforce because she was no longer operating from exhaustion. Mentor anecdote. Burnout is expensive because it makes you say yes to things a rested woman would reject immediately. CS quote. Original chapter connection. Stress management, physical health, burnout prevention, self-care, and boundary setting were already core pillars of the original manuscript. This rule concentrates them into one operating principle. Protect your internal resources before success starts feeding on them. Power move. Create an energy protection system with 4 categories. What restores you? What drains you? Who regulates you positively? Who destabilizes you? Then adjust your schedule accordingly. Luxury red flags. Being constantly reachable, using caffeine, adrenaline, or panic as your operating fuel. Confusing overwork with ambition. Feeling guilty when you rest. Red flags. If your life requires recovery you never schedule, your strategy is broken. How to deal with them. Use clear, non-apologetic limits. I keep this day protected. I'm unavailable after that hour. That timeline doesn't work for me. I need more notice for that. Reverse of the rule. A woman who neglects her energy begins making low-quality decisions, attracting low-quality pressure, and resenting the very life she worked to build. Audit or ritual. The weekly energy audit. What gave me energy this week? What depleted me? Which interactions left me clear? Which ones left me agitated or foggy? What do I need to remove, reduce, or reschedule next week? Also build 1 recurring low-noise window into your calendar every week. Reflection. Guard your energy the way powerful people guard their reputation, early, quietly, and without apology. CS quote. Rule 13. Master emotional intelligence. Win every room without saying a word. Composure as invisible influence. Rule stated. The woman who can read a room without being ruled by it becomes almost impossible to destabilize. Elite case example. At a private dinner, 1 guest grew increasingly aggressive in tone, testing everyone at the table. Most people became defensive or performative. 1 woman stayed calm, asked 1 precise question, and shifted the entire emotional temperature of the room. She did not overpower the moment, she redirected it. By the end of the night, she was the person everyone remembered as strongest. Mentor anecdote. The moment someone learns they can disrupt your emotions on command, they stop seeing you as powerful and start seeing you as manageable. CS. Original chapter connection. The original manuscript emphasized empathy, reading emotional cues, managing difficult dynamics, and preventing burnout. This rule sharpens that guidance into emotional command. Understand feelings without becoming captive to them. Power move. Use the tactical reset in difficult moments. Place both feet on the floor, lower your breathing, relax your jaw, delay your response, answer only after your tone is clean. This prevents impulsive replies and restores control fast. Luxury red flags. Clients or contacts who test your reactions for entertainment. Guilt manipulators. Emotional chaos disguised as passion. People who escalate when they do not get instant compliance. Red flags. If you regularly replay conversations for hours afterward, you may be absorbing too much and filtering too little. How to deal with them. Use clear, non-apologetic limits. Let's revisit this when the tone is better. I understand the concern. Here's what works on my end. That doesn't work for me. I prefer to keep this clear and professional. Never match erratic energy with erratic energy. Reverse of the rule. A woman who neglects her energy begins making low-quality decisions, attracting low-quality pressure, and resenting the very life she worked to build. Audit or ritual. The weekly energy audit. What gave me energy this week? What depleted me? Which interactions left me clearer? Which ones left me agitated or foggy? What do I need to remove, reduce, or reschedule next week? Also build 1 recurring no-noise window into your calendar every week. Reflection. Guard your energy the way powerful people guard their reputation, early, quietly, and without apology.